Meg Ryan has always known how to surprise people, but one bold beach moment made fans stop and look twice. Known around the world for her famous movie roles and unforgettable smile, Meg has spent decades in the spotlight. Yet, some of her most talked about moments happened far away from movie sets. When rare vacation photos showed her enjoying the sun in a tiny bikini, fans quickly began sharing their reactions. But there is much more to Meg Ryan than one surprising beach look. Stay until the end, because her journey from America's favorite romantic comedy star to a woman who stepped away from Hollywood on her own terms is more surprising than many people realize. Meg Ryan became famous because audiences connected with her almost immediately. She had a natural charm and a warm screen presence that made people feel like they knew her. During the early years of her career, she appeared in several television and movie projects while working hard to find the right roles. It took time, but once Hollywood noticed her special talent for romantic comedy, everything began to change. Meg became one of the biggest stars of her generation. Her role in When Harry Met Sally helped make her a household name. The movie became a favorite for millions of viewers, and Meg's performance showed her ability to be funny, natural, and emotional at the same time. After that success, more major roles followed. She appeared in Sleepless in Seattle and later You've Got Mail, creating some of the most memorable romantic comedy moments of her career. Fans loved her style, her sense of humor, and the way she made her characters feel real. As her fame grew, cameras followed her everywhere. Magazine covers, movie premieres, interviews, and public appearances became a regular part of her life. Fans were always interested in seeing what Meg would wear next or what project she would choose. Her relaxed style often stood out because she could look comfortable in simple clothing while still catching attention. That natural approach became part of her public image. Away from major Hollywood events, Meg also showed a more casual side. Rare vacation moments and beach outings gave fans a different view of the famous actress. Instead of carefully planned movie scenes and formal appearances, these moments showed her taking time to relax and enjoy life. Her bold bikini looks created plenty of conversation because fans were used to seeing her in romantic movies and public events rather than in relaxed vacation settings. The reaction was fast. Entertainment pages and fans shared the images, and many people commented on how confident and youthful she appeared. But Meg's story has never been only about her appearance. Behind the famous smile was an actress who worked for years to build one of the most successful careers in romantic comedy. She became known around the world, but that level of fame also brought pressure. Being one of the most recognized women in Hollywood meant that people constantly expected her to remain the same. Meg eventually began looking for ways to challenge those expectations. She took on different roles and explored stories that were very different from the romantic comedies that made her famous. Some choices surprised her fans, but Meg seemed willing to take chances. She did not want to spend her entire career repeating the same character again and again. That decision showed her desire to grow and try something new. Over time, Meg became less visible in Hollywood. For a star who had once appeared everywhere, her decision to step back made fans even more curious. People began asking where she had gone and whether she would return to acting. The answer was not simple. Meg was taking time for herself and exploring other parts of life. She was no longer interested in being constantly present in front of cameras. That choice made her different from many celebrities who continued chasing attention year after year. Her quieter life created a sense of mystery. When Meg did appear at an event or in a new photo, people noticed immediately. A simple outing could become entertainment news because fans had not seen her for some time. Rare photos became even more interesting because they gave people a small look into her life away from the constant pressure of Hollywood. Meg also began exploring work behind the camera. This was another important change in her career. Moving into directing gave her a chance to tell stories from a new point of view. She had spent years being directed by others, so taking control of a project was a major step. It showed that Meg was interested in more than simply returning to the same kind of acting roles. She wanted to learn and create in different ways. This creative change surprised some people, but it made sense for someone who had spent so many years in the entertainment business. Meg understood movies from the inside, and she was ready to explore another part of the process. Her move behind the camera gave her more control and helped show another side of her talent. Even while living a more private life, Meg Ryan remained a popular name. Fans continued watching her old movies and sharing favorite scenes. New viewers discovered her work and began understanding why she had become such a major star. Her romantic comedies continued to attract audiences because the stories remained enjoyable and her performances still felt natural. The attention around her rare beach photos may have made fans stop scrolling, but her lasting success comes from much more than a bold vacation moment. Meg Ryan built a career filled with famous roles, memorable films, and choices that made her stand out. She showed that a person can become known for one thing and still have the courage to change direction. At 64, Meg remains one of the most recognizable names from a special period in Hollywood. Her story includes huge success, difficult choices, time away from the spotlight, and a creative return on her own terms. She has never followed exactly the path people expected her to take, and that may be one reason fans remain interested in her. From romantic comedy star to filmmaker and private celebrity, Meg Ryan continues to have a story worth following. So, what is your favorite Meg Ryan movie or career moment? Share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for more stories about the stars who continue to surprise fans around the world.